There are actually two fundamental revolutions taking place simultaneously. The first, how we as users interface with the digital world. And the second, how we conduct and think about work. Let's unpack the first revolution, how users interface with the digital world. Think of it this way. Imagine you have 30 seconds to find what you need on a site. You click around, you search a few keywords, you filter, you facet, you swipe. How enjoyable is that experience? How much intent are you actually communicating to the system behind the website? How much emotion can you infuse into those clicks? Now take the same 30 seconds and imagine you can talk to the website. You communicate as plainly as you would with an in-store sales associate exactly what you're looking for, interacting with them conversationally. How much richer is that experience? How natural and enjoyable does it feel? How much more context could you convey? A ton more. For a long time, your clicks have served as proxies for the conversations that you have in your head that you're trying to get out of your mouth, but simply couldn't. Now, all of that has fundamentally changed. We are experiencing the conversational revolution, where digital interactions are as intuitive and as natural as those you have in the physical world. But what does that mean for the flip side of those interactions, the work? What do you, as practitioners, do to actually make those interactions come to life? This is where that second revolution comes to life, the agentic revolution, changing how we conduct and think about work. Conversation plays an important role here too. After all, the entire software industry was created to convert human communication into a language digital devices could understand. We had to learn how to communicate our work to computers. So how did we do that? Well, we did that by creating workflows, breaking our work down step by step in every job function so that technology could take over those steps for us so that we could scale them out. And in doing so, the way we work became pretty narrow. In many ways, we had to fit into the workflow. We were defined by those fixed steps and narrow boxes of steps in a workflow. Well, agents bring an end to this dynamic. We no longer need workflows to communicate to data sets. We communicate with words. We get to define our work, our goals without any constraints. We get to specify what we're trying to achieve, to communicate the what and the why in our words. And from there, the agents with their neural networks, they take over. They figure out how to go about executing the flow. They optimize the problem. They figure out how to send the marketing email out. They figure out the CRM system. They figure out the Salesforce automation. You completely reframe work not as a series of steps to be completed or optimized, but as an opportunity to think as deeply and strategically and as creatively as you've always wanted to. When you're no longer confined to the steps in a workflow, you can become truly limitless.